The Left Hand of Darkness is a science fiction novel by the American writer Ursula K. Le Guin. Published in 1969, it became immensely popular and established Le Guin's status as a major author of science fiction. The story starts in a distant future. The known worlds of humanity are connected by the Ekumen, a loose confederation of planets bound by the slow work of diplomacy, knowledge, and shared culture. When the remote, ice-covered planet of Gethen is discovered, the Ekumen chooses to initiate contact, not through invasion or display of power, but by sending a single envoy, Genli, to live among its people. The mission is to observe, to understand, and if possible, to invite Gethen to join the wider community of worlds. The Ekumen follows a rule as old as its reach: true alliance must be chosen freely, never forced. Gethen is unlike any world Genli has known. Its inhabitants are androgynous, shifting into male or female only during monthly periods of sexual activity. This unique physiology shapes every aspect of their society: governance, war, kinship, even language. Genli, a man from a world of fixed gender roles and industrial technologies, finds himself a stranger in both body and thought. He begins his mission in Karhide, a kingdom ruled by the moody and suspicious King Gethen. For 2 years, AI attempts to persuade Karhide's leaders to consider joining the Ekumen. His only real support comes from Raven, the prime minister, whose quiet conviction and ambiguous mannerisms both intrigue and unsettle him. Genli struggles to interpret Gethenian customs, particularly Shifgrether, the intricate code of social conduct and face-saving that governs political and personal life. Misunderstanding Raven's behavior, Genli begins to doubt his loyalty. The night before a long-awaited audience with the king, Raven withdraws his support. The next day, he is accused of treason and exiled from Karhide. Genli's audience with the king ends in failure. With spring thawing the mountain passes, Genli travels through the interior of the country, seeking answers and hoping to understand a world that continues to elude him. In the mountains, he visits a fastness, a spiritual retreat of the Handarata religion, which embraces paradox and uncertainty. There, he requests a foretelling, asking whether Gethen will become part of the Ekumen within 5 years. The answer is simple and direct: yes. This moment, filled with quiet significance, renews his determination. An invitation arrives from Orgorin, Karhide's rival nation, and Genli continues his mission. In the capital city of Missionary, he is received warmly. The politicians seem more transparent and cooperative. He is given private quarters, introduced to key council members, and allowed to present his case. Among those helping him from the shadows is Raven, now living in exile, who had arranged Genli's reception. Though Orgorin's openness is a welcome change, Genli feels uneasy. Raven warns him that real power lies not in the council, but in the secret of Sarf, the nation's internal security. Genli dismisses the warning, still unsure whether Raven is friend or manipulator. Soon after, he is arrested without warning, interrogated, and sent to a remote labor camp in the frozen north. There, stripped of name and purpose, he suffers from the cold, forced labor, and drugged compliance. Death seems inevitable. But Raven returns. Disguised as a guard, he breaks Genli out of the prison, using his spiritual discipline to tap into a trance of heightened strength. Raven spends the last of his money on supplies, then steals more, breaking his own code of honor to save the man who still questions him. Together, they begin an 80-day journey across the Gobrin ice sheet, the lifeless white waste that separates Orgorin from Karhide. Through this harsh crossing, Genli finally comes to understand the Gethenian mind, and to see Raven not as other, but as kin. Genli teaches Raven mind speech, and when Raven hears Genli's voice in his mind, speaking in the voice of his dead sibling and lover Twerk, the bond between them becomes sacred and unshakable. As they near Karhide, Genli sends a transmission to his orbiting starship. For the first time in history, the Gethenians will see proof of life beyond their planet. But the secrecy of their journey is betrayed. Soldiers are waiting at the border. Raven tries to flee back into Orgorin, but is shot and killed before Genli can stop them. Genli is captured, but it is too late for either nation to deny what has happened. His presence, his survival, and the approaching ship unravel the lies of Orgorin's leadership. Karhide, seeing both the cost and the opportunity, agrees to join the Ekumen. Orgorin follows shortly after. The envoy's mission is complete, achieved not by power, but by endurance, trust, and sacrifice.